back to the On The Slab Horror Show, the show that we bring to you each and every Friday night. Because Friday night is horror night. He has some nice sunny weather down there in Florida.
Oh,
This is writer and director Warren Fast, who has the latest thriller action cinematic release of Roadkill. How are you, sir?
good, sir. Thanks for having me on. It's an honor. I really appreciate it.
But yeah, let's jump into it. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? Just before we start, actually, you can see in the name there, folks. It says Stacie is Warren's other half. She might be joining us.
Thank
Uh, if not, just ignore the name. If so, she'll be here when she's here.
Yes, thank you. My wife Stacie Fast. She's a producer, and Warren Fast. I'm the writer director with Mythic Pictures, and it's just she and I. We run a independent film company, very small. It's just she and I, and then we contract, all our specialty people that we need for the films, and we try to make. I work in any genre. I write in any genre, and our first film was a faith-based. That was a couple years ago, called Finding Grace. Our second feature, this is Roadkill, and it's a crime thriller or action thriller. And I'm working
Bit
on
of
our next.
everything.
Yeah. What's that?
There's a bit of everything.
Bit of everything in it. It's kind of a unique film. Yes, we wanted to have a throwback to the '80s, those '80s genre thriller films that I love. I think hopefully you love them too. I
Oh
want to do
yes.
my best to give you that kind of the feel of the same kind of thing back then at the time. Yeah. And I've been
And it
I
has.
started in screenwriting. I've been screenwriting for several years, and I started acting about 10 years ago to help my writing. And so that's kind of what I do. I'm basically a writer director mostly is what I do.
You're the important part of it.
There's a lot of it. Yeah, it's quite a
Well,
lot. Yeah.
every part of the movie is an important part in its own way, really.
Oh yes,
Uh,
everybody's got a part. I'm so thankful for the team we assembled for Roadkill because it was a very taxing production, just because of terms of weather and the budget was not a Hollywood huge budget. It was we had to stay within a certain budget range, and it's hard with some of the stuff we tried to do. So yeah.
I mean, I found the movie, as I said to you, off screen. I put it on not expecting anything amazing, and I put it on, and to be fair
Yeah.
to horror, I don't like bashing movies really, but there's so many bad horror films that you put on.
Mm.
Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I now go into anything that I haven't seen or haven't really heard of,
Mm.
um, with a pinch of salt, going, oh, this is going to be awful. Because at least if I go in thinking it's going to be awful and it's not awful, I'm pleasantly surprised.
Understood. Yeah, definitely. That's the way to do it.
But this was quite enjoyable. This got straight into it quite quickly. Now I'm not going to give out spoilers because it's still relatively new, so I gotta watch. I gotta watch what I'm saying.
I appreciate that, the spoiler stuff, but yeah,
So this will be a spoiler-free episode, I hope.
yeah, do our best. It's okay.
Um, I will say though, the movie, the picture, is obviously Caitlin on the front with a gun, and the poster, that's obviously the poster, is pretty slick looking, and it looks like something you'd see if you're walking through a cinema going, "Oh yeah,
Yeah, eye catching.
I could,
That's our
I could watch
distributor.
that."
That's right. Yeah, they did a good job with it. Our distributor. So
Yeah,
thank.
looks very slick. Nice coloring on it too.
Hmm.
And then I watched the movie. Starts off pretty dark.
Yeah, a
Not
little.
gonna lie, it's pretty dark, and a word that I hate using for things, but a lot of people will find that very triggering.
Oh, yeah. I've heard that from
Mm.
different sources of people, but I like that word because that gets people talking about stuff. So I don't mind it.
I don't. I'm not a fan of the word itself.
Oh,
It's the same. These kind of words, where people are like on point and stuff. No,
I
it's
get
not.
it.
It's not for me. But maybe that's just because I'm getting old these days. But yeah, starts off dark, and then you get to see this absolutely unbelievable car.
Oh yeah, thank you. The
Oh,
Punisher, 72 Nova Chevy SS. Yeah,
oh, Jesus, it's in prime condition too.
it is.
Uh, And then you obviously have your mains um, come in, and well, in typical movie fashion, she hits the fan.
Yeah, that's what movies should
um,
do, right?
yeah, I like it is what it is, and you'll know by the poster that things happen in the movie.
Hmm.
Um, it's very strange to build to it, in a way of who did it, who didn't do it, or what's happening here.
Hmm.
But I very much enjoyed what you've done with it. I enjoyed the
Thank you.
character arcs between the two mains. Even the interaction between um, the law enforcement. Obviously, yourself, you play one of them,
Yes.
and even the deputy he's helping them out when they avoid hitting the turtle. Yes, no animals were harmed in this picture.
Right. No. No.
Um,
Uh,
uh, and when you see the movie, you'll understand that reference.
yeah. Yeah. Not even turtles. Just kidding.
Yeah, but this lined up, and as I said to you, I wasn't expecting anything, but I was quite gripped throughout the film. I was
Oh.
like, what the fuck is going on here?
Well, that makes me feel good as a writer and director. Appreciate that you were enjoying. I only make films so people can enjoy them. That's all I would try to do. And so,
Well, that should be the right way, though, isn't it? Like, I know some people will make movies, and obviously making money out of it is the main goal for. But like,
oh
movies being made for people to enjoy, um, as well as obviously you have to make money out of it because.
yeah, you got to make money. If you don't make money, you'll make more films. So
Uh,
so that's why I try to market it the way and then create it in a way that I think it will make a certain amount of money that I can fund the next one. That's pretty much what we do.
yeah, just keep it going.
Yeah, I never make any money off my film. Like I don't ever take any salary or anything like that. It's just a straight back to the film.
Yeah. Obviously the casting for this relatively small.
Yes,
What was there a total of 12 people maybe?
it's 20 really. When every single one is like about 20. Some really small, but yeah. I mean, main characters. There's only like four, five main characters, but then you've got some supporting ones, and
Yeah. So say even 20. Yeah.
because it takes place in like kind of a rural area. The story kind of follows along this rural part of the United States, Southwest. So, and then back
I
in the
I,
80s too.
I was fully expecting it to go wrong turn style,
Oh yeah,
and
right.
I was like, okay, no, because obviously when you read the synopsis,
Mhm.
um, I was like, she's fighting for her life, and I was like, awesome.
Well, it does take
But
some wrong turns.
they do. Well, do they though?
Well,
Really?
not necessarily wrong turn. They take some turns, not necessarily wrong
Yeah.
turn. Yeah,
Yeah. It takes some turns, all right, twists as well.
yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
But obviously the casting for this was done, and relatively young main, um,
Mm.
sprinkled in with obviously in Caitlin. Um, I'm not even going to attempt to butcher her second name.
Oh,
Um,
Carmichael.
it is just that, is it? I was like, I don't know if it's said differently or.
Yeah. Well, that's
Uh,
how we say it. I don't know if it's said
yeah,
Carmichael in American side version of it. I guess I don't
yeah.
know.
When I looked at it and read it, I was like, yeah, that's what I think it is, but I don't want to butcher the poor girl's name. So, um,
Yeah.
and she was electric on screen.
Oh, thank you. I believe so too. I loved her performance.
Yeah. And then obviously your main talent, or your main, Greg can't even speak tonight. Male talent.
Oh yeah.
Is it Ryan something? Ryan.
Ryan Knutson. So, well, I don't know if that's the right way to say that either. Isn't that a? I say Knutson. I don't know how you pronounce it, but
We'll go with that.
yeah,
um,
yeah,
he had a very Jim Caviezel in
yeah,
the
yeah.
start of what's that
Sound
one
of
where he
Freedom.
played Jesus?
Oh, right. He looks like that. He just got done playing Jesus in another movie when we hired him. So
I haven't seen Sound of Freedom. I wouldn't watch it. I was like, nope, it's gonna annoy me.
yeah, it is very that's a triggering movie right there. I'll tell you right now.
Uh,
Yeah, I liked it though.
yeah, no, that one I was like, I wanted to see it, and I was like, I just can't bring myself to
No,
watch that.
it's hard to watch. Yeah,
Uh,
but I did see it. But
I
no, but
heard it's fantastic.
it's an amazing film. It's just it's hard to get through. I'll tell you that. Yeah, hard to get through.
But
It's
I
a
thought
horror
he,
film.
I
Talk about
thought
a horror
he,
film. Sound Freedom. Yeah,
the what is it?
I say horror. Sound of Freedom is a horror film to me. So
Yeah, well, it's a live horror film, really, isn't it?
yeah,
Where
yeah,
um, he was very very good playing the troubled passenger.
yeah. Right, along for the ride,
Uh,
basically. A little bit here and there, but you never know what it could be doing. He could be involved in who knows what. Exactly.
Absolutely. And then there was parts of it where it's like, well, I know I was talking to you off screen. Did this happen or that happen? So I won't jump too much into it because obviously I said it's spoiler free tonight, which is hard for me to go. Yeah, but I don't want to ruin it for the people that want to actually listen to this and then go, yeah, I'm gonna go and watch that.
Yeah, yeah, cool. No, I
Uh,
mean,
and then
yeah,
obviously, as it says, like you've got Caitlin who's what 19, 18, 19,
she was 17 in the film, but yes,
17, and then
yep,
you sprinkle her in with an absolute horror icon in
yes,
Danielle Harris.
yes. I love Danielle. Yeah, yeah,
That like that could legitimately only help her if she wanted to stay in this genre. Well, I know this movie isn't technically horror, but it's horror thriller, whatever way you want to look at it.
yeah. Thriller. Yeah,
Uh,
could be
I
horrifying.
mean, so yeah, well, I mean, some people don't count, say, House of a Thousand Corpses or Devil's Rejects as a horror film,
Right.
and like, there's no real difference than just a couple of lunatics going on the run. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you got like The Hills Have Eyes. Friday the 13th. Are those horror films? I don't know. I guess yeah,
Yeah,
same. Or Halloween even.
yeah, it's just how you view it,
Exactly.
really. Like I was watching this and I got a real. I know I said to you off screen I wouldn't tell you off screen what movies I wanted to link it to, but I definitely link it towards The Hitcher.
Thank you. It's a great influence. The Hitcher is a big
Yeah,
influence on this movie. Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. Now, obviously, the original one,
Yeah.
based in the 80s, the Sean Bean one wasn't bad, to be fair.
What's that? What?
The Sean Bean one.
Sean Bean. Yeah, that was good. It was yeah. The first one is way the best in my opinion. But yes,
Oh yeah, yeah,
Sean Bean's an amazing actor. Of course, he can pull off anything, and it was a
yeah.
good film too. But Roadkill is definitely loosely. I mean, an influence for Roadkill is The Hitcher for sure, and there's a couple other films too. But
Care to enlighten the other films?
well, I mean, like Rambo: First Blood, the First Blood. Remember that one? There's a little bit of that with the sheriff and the
Don't let the county
yeah
line hit you on the way out.
yeah pretty much
I
yeah
was like, oh no, and he has Ryan has that air of Rambo about him, doesn't he?
a
He's
little
just like,
bit yeah kind of. But then you have the sheriff with kind of the same kind of. The name Tegan is based on Teasel from First Blood, so it's kind of a change in the name a little bit. So it's a little bit loosely based on that. So
I knew
and
all you
Doc.
needed was the big puffy jacket.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh, Brian
Yeah,
Dennehy.
Ryan Dennehy's an amazing guy. I love that actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, and little nods
But
like that.
Rambo was that went quite well. I had thought of Rambo, but I was like, yeah, there's very little of the rest of it to it. But yeah, I
Yeah,
get the.
not story wise, but just characters a little bit.
Uh, anything else that influenced you along the way?
I mean, just the feel of those genre films in the 80s, when they were just thriller. I mean, there were so many back then that were great. You mentioned one off screen. I forgot the name already. My brain's going. But, I mean, even just Friday the 13th and Halloween. Like those are kind of influences. Like for example, our soundtrack score is done by Daniel Davies, who just got finished doing Halloween Ends and Halloween Kills. So then he
Nice.
did Roadkill, and then he also did the Firestarter reboot. But he's our composer, and he works with
We
John
won't
Carpenter.
talk about that.
What's that?
We won't talk about that Firestarter reboot.
Oh no, I get it. I feel the same way as you do. Yeah, as well. I'm not really a critic, but I love the first one. Yeah, but he did the music for that one anyway. But he did Halloween Kills, Halloween Ends, and then he did Roadkill. So we love his
Nice.
score, and I wanted that '80s kind of, Halloween-ish type of music, So,
Couldn't have rang up John Carpenter and got him to do it.
well, this is John Carpenter's godson, Daniel
Oh, is
Davies.
he?
Yes, that's why. Because I couldn't wrangle John Carpenter, but I got his godson. So, yeah,
That works just as well, I suppose.
I think so. He has kind of the same kind of influence and feel of the music. So he did a great job, and he had a lot of fun doing the score. So,
Well, like that's a hell of a thing to go through. The two Halloweens were obviously huge,
yeah,
and then obviously hoping on banking on another huge hit.
yeah.
Um, like I know it came out on the 5th of January in the States.
Roadkill did.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, definitely. We're back. Yeah, exactly. It's been
So
out. Yeah.
at the time of recording, it's been out for 2 weeks.
Yes, sir.
It'll be 3 weeks out by the time this episode comes out. 3 or 4 weeks out. Um, so how has the ride been so far?
The ride's been great. We had a local screening here. I live in Panama City Beach, Florida, so we had a great screening here and we sold out shows one after the other. And then of course, it had a limited theatrical release across the country. It did very well. We had our premiere in Hollywood, and we had a great premiere there. A lot of people showed up. Good question and answer period. Just had a lot of fun, and people. It just kind of blew up as far as PR goes. Like it really got out there. The film. It was, featured on one of the best trailers of 2024 with all the other huge Hollywood films. We were very honored by that, and it just seems to be rolling along really good with the PR. So.
Awesome. Now I'm not one for watching trailers anymore.
Oh yeah.
So I'm not gonna lie and say I seen the trailer and it looked awesome.
You see the trailer? Or you didn't see it?
I didn't see it.
Oh, interesting. Well, most people have. Yeah, that's funny. No,
I'll go and watch it after this and I'll let you know.
Yeah, cool, cool.
But overall the movie I thought was very fun.
Thank you.
Another movie that I thought I linked it to the way that it was done was From Dusk Till Dawn. Obviously, apart till the
Oh my
vampires
gosh, I
come into
love it. Yes, I see what you're saying about that, and that's just Tarantino. He's another idol. I love the way he does films, and there's a little bit of Tarantino-ish influence as well. You kind of get here and there in the film. Hopefully, you get it.
There's
Roadkill.
no director like Tarantino, really.
No, he's so unique.
Yeah.
His style is, a lot of people don't like his style. I like his style. It's very unique. He's very outside the box. And, I try to not be as structured either as much as I can. But there's a lot of directors that I take influence from. Him, Christopher Nolan, John Carpenter, obviously is my number one, I think, all of them. But yeah, great influences.
I mean, obviously, just to pull back there on From Dusk Till Dawn, obviously, Tarantino didn't direct Dusk Till Dawn.
Oh, right. He didn't direct it.
But
That's true, but he was in it. I thought, did he write it? I thought he was.
he wrote and produced it with Robert
right.
Rodriguez.
That's right. Well, he works.
It has his feel all over it, doesn't it?
Of course. Yeah.
But just that kind of road trip way that it was happening, I was like, what is going on here?
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Because obviously,
exactly.
I think as of today, I think it's today. It was 28 years ago From Dusk Till Dawn got released.
Wow, it's been that long. My gosh, wow.
Like, I didn't see it until I was about 13 or 14, but I knew what it was. At that stage, I knew that it was a vampire film. Obviously, This isn't a vampire film, and I'm not saying that it's a vampire film. No one come back to me and be like, that wasn't a vampire film. I'm just saying that before the vampires come into it, that kind of weird road trip that it's on is very similar to this.
That stuff's not revealed until like the third act, right? And then, so that's what I love about it too. That's a kind of like that style, I love that style. You can just, you don't know, you don't have to be like a plot point this, plot point that. You can do stuff very unique as long as people are engaged while you're watching it. That's all that really counts, I think.
I think the pacing on this movie was quite good.
Thank you.
It didn't leave you too long between things going, are these just going to drive around here and do nothing?
Yeah, we tried to make it that way. Like every, scene had a purpose, and hopefully it drove the story forward. Even if it's not action, whatever the dialogue was, hopefully it drove it forward. That's what we intended to do with it.
Now, I'm going to pull you up on something here, though, right?
Okay.
You know that scene where they're in the diner where you meet Danielle Harris's character for the first time?
Yes.
What kind of fucking sandwich did they give them? Because that wasn't a club sandwich.
That's pretty detailed, man. But well, she just said like a club sandwich. She didn't say club sandwich. She goes, "Do you have a sandwich like a club?"
That was a ham sandwich or something.
It was turkey. It was turkey sandwich. So she had to eat it like over and over. We had to keep changing the sandwiches because we had to do the scene to make sure it didn't go bad. Like
crisps, and
yeah,
chips. Which one do you want? Neither. I know. See, over here we call crisps as in
fries or chips. She said like fries or chips, but it's crisps.
Yeah.
You're at.
Yeah.
So chips. We call them chips.
Yeah. No, I was like, that's just annoying. Like, I don't eat club sandwiches, but I was like, that's not a club sandwich.
But remember, so it's one detail. She said like a club sandwich, so she didn't really intend like any sandwich. She said, just give me a sandwich, basically.
Like, give me a sandwich like a club sandwich. Here's a turkey sandwich. The most opposite to a club sandwich that you could find.
Whatever she had laying around, and she's like, "You want it fried?" And she's like, "Nothing fried." And she gives you. I love Danielle's look when she goes, "Okay." It's just, I love it.
No, nothing fried. Okay, what have I got in the fridge?
Yeah, yeah. It's just so many little subtle things that we tried to fit in there. Hopefully, they came across.
The change of her acting style throughout her career has been phenomenal. Obviously sticking to the one genre for 90% of her career.
Danielle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I mean,
she went from a kid in Halloween,
right,
to there was a certain period where she was like the ridiculously good-looking person that was in every horror film ever made.
Yes, and then she did little I forgot the name of the movie with Katherine Heigl. She did some like some kind of weird switch movie where she was like, it was like a comedy or something like a. I don't know if you remember that one, but
no,
I can't remember the name of it. Wish Upon a Star. Wish Upon a Star.
I do like Katherine Heigl, but I haven't seen that one. Or if I have, I don't remember it.
It's a fun movie. It's really fun, and actually, yeah.
But like, and then you see her now, and then you.
Oh, by the way,
they're interviewing.
Producer Stacie Fast showed up to say hi.
How are you?
Hi. I didn't think you'd still be on. How's it going?
No, I'm good.
We intently delayed. We had a conversation beforehand.
Yeah, I was like, well, I gotta cook dinner, and then I got a friend coming over, so I was like, oh, I should come and say hello first.
You're live, by the way.
Hi.
Nice.
How are you?
I'm
good. Good. Nice of you to actually make it here.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I had an appointment I had to get to.
That's all right.
So,
these things happen.
Yeah. So you England, yes?
Ireland. Sorry about that. Ireland.
You're in Ireland?
I am.
I don't know accent. I don't know. I'm just saying the time.
I said the wrong thing too. It's Ireland.
Oh yeah. Well, you got the beard and the color. My kids are redheaded, so I'm very, I'm good.
Yeah, all the kids. Yeah, it's true. All the kids are. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, these things happen. I don't have much on the top, but I was ginger at one stage.
You're still ginger. It's all in your beard.
Yeah.
No, we were just having a chat there about obviously how the movie has gone.
Yeah.
I think you've done a hell of a job with it. I was saying to Warren off screen and even on screen that I wasn't expecting too much when I put it on. But
okay.
I was very impressed with it.
Oh yeah, I think a lot of people they have a quick judgment because he's unknown, not really known yet, like really a known person. But when people they assume, and then you watch it and you're like, what? Oh yeah, it's fun to see that. It's fun to watch. people,
Yeah.
your reaction.
I quite enjoyed it. Now I will say I was hooked in. I was even giving out about the details of the sandwich.
Yes, we just got to talk about the sandwich.
The sandwich?
Sandwich.
Which one? The one in the front or the one with the diner?
The diner.
The diner.
Okay, so what was this? What was that about?
Well, he already called it out. It's not a club sandwich. It's a technical error, but it's not a club sandwich because she ordered one. So
sandwich. It wasn't in a diagonal. It didn't have a little.
It was literally 2 bits of bread and a piece of turkey.
Yeah, it was turkey sandwich.
I'll tell you how many pieces of sandwiches I made. I made like 5 or 6 for that.
Yeah, I just told him that we had to switch out the sandwich.
I had to like change sandwiches 1,000 times. Yeah. Not because the acting was bad, it was just because they have to,
No, I had to get to that scene.
It's funny.
AKA, you were just trying to fatten people up with turkey sandwiches.
I know.
And she ate every one of them too. She did.
I loved it. The acting. I'm sorry. The actors were amazing too. I don't know how far you've gotten into but they were so good. They were very professional.
Thank you.
Had a lot of fun. Of course, he was also the actor, but as a director,
apart from the cops, they were terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just good. It was. There's so many things that go in to film, and I know you probably already know this. That just the smallest detail, like the sandwiches. I mean, everything mattered to the TV, what she was writing on. Just everything.
80s period films are hard because you got to make all those little details, make sure it's 80s and the background and the clothes and everything. So
yeah.
I think times like that have changed. That everyone's gone back to that 80s styles. I think Stranger Things really brought that forward.
Oh,
from everything from the TV to what they were watching to even at the start of season 4 when they had them in Russia and they had all the boxes of WWF T-shirts.
Yeah.
Remember the Hulk Hogan ones, like they came out in 84, 85. It was just perfect. But this was brilliant. Even the newspapers looked old school. The crosswords.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
When I got the television, we were scouting for props, and I was on that. I was finding all kinds of things. The TV was pretty cool because it was an old-fashioned.
Yep, had to get all that. You can't. They're not just laying around. You got to find those things.
You had to really search.
Yeah.
Even down to the basket that the young mom was on the porch carrying was a 70s basket.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I wouldn't know anything about a basket now.
Oh, that's the kind of thing.
Sandwiches.
Yeah. But that's the kind of thing. He's like, I got sandwiches. But yeah.
I don't eat sandwiches really, but.
Clubs? Club sandwich.
Yeah,
Wait, it wasn't clubs. Oh
But
goodness.
I very much enjoyed the film. We're staying spoiler free because it's still relatively new.
Yeah.
Some great special effects, some good action scenes. Had a bit of everything in here.
Thank you.
Awesome.
All practical effects, no CGI. It's all practical.
Right. The car really did blow up.
Yeah, all that.
That was fun.
You blew your man's car up?
Yeah, we blew another real one.
No, we got another 72. No,
we would be devastated if that was the case.
Yeah.
No.
My stomach just sank when you said that, and I'm not even a big car person.
No.
It's like every time I watch Gone in 60 Seconds, when Eleanor gets destroyed, I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, right. Well, they got the budget that they don't have to worry. They got 50 cars in the same car. We don't have that.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
No, but as it says, it was literally just it was a fun movie to watch. We have a thing here on the show where we rate the movies out of 5 slabs and me, obviously being on the slab.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm gonna put it to you, right? If this wasn't your movie, what do you think you'd rate it? Before I give you my rating.
Oh, would I rate it?
Yeah.
I'd rate it 3.5 out of 5.
Okay.
That's what I would rate it.
Yeah, when we feel like reviews or when people review us, we don't really expect tens across the board, but we want really people's opinions to be authentic, and it's obviously we're partial to our own film, but it's like we know that reality is not all tens across the board. We know that.
Yeah, being
everyone
objective.
has their own, what they take away from it is different, so we can't expect that. Of course, it's unrealistic. So yeah.
So what'd you give it?
About the same, yeah.
Oh, same.
I want to give it more,
Okay.
but I don't want to look like, oh yeah, I want it. As much. Here's the thing about it though. The difference with this is that it was just my husband and I. So to me, it deserves everything. but as of course, no one knows that it's just the two of us,
Oh
right?
no, nobody
So-
ever gets that. Nobody ever gets that it's
Right.
made by a couple of people rather than a big
Yeah.
film studio.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, we had our DP and crew, and they were wonderful. They were very good. And we had our people that we hired. Of course, all the actors did their jobs and stuff. But that's still us. That's still everything we, put together and had to make happen. Whether it was from the paperwork, the pay, the lines, the script, the all of the props,
Yeah.
everything. Make sure there's food. All of these things, they all matter. And for me,
Not
It's all
like
her.
sandwiches anyway.
I feel like I would say a 10 from of a 5, make it a 10, but reality is not that.
10 out of 5?
I mean, 5,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
The full 5 stuff.
Okay, all right.
But I would never expect that necessarily. But
Yeah.
for me, I give him 100% because we did 110 with this movie.
I tried to make it service too.
Again, this is our second film that we produced and was able to distribute. So we're very blessed. And we're going to do more. So
Yeah, and
it's just,
we're on next
And
one
I'll
now.
watch them.
yeah, it's just, it's hard. But, when you're done with the project and you're finally seeing it, it's like the most amazing thing. And I'll just look at him like, look at you looking at your film. Look at you.
It is a great
It's
feeling as a
great.
writer director.
You fucking did this. You did
Look what
this.
you did. You wrote that. And then you filmed it. And then you acted in it. Of course, I'm behind the scenes stuff. And I was actually the dead girl in the car. But
Yeah, she did it. She was a big writer.
but I did everything that people don't talk about, producing, production, line stuff. I mean, I even did art. I don't know if you watched the then credits. I'm like a little hat here, a little hat there, but it was so
Yeah.
fun.
Well,
a lot of work.
For me, the most rewarding thing out of it is that somebody somewhere can enjoy the film. That's all I care
Yes.
about. That's all
And
I
it's
care
fun to watch where they think they know, but they don't. That's the most fun part.
That's what I said. It was like I compared it to the first 2 thirds of From Dusk Till Dawn.
about. Yeah.
That's a great movie. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You're like, what the fuck is going on here?
And I get what you're saying. It's like what's happening.
Yeah.
You think you're.
I love movies where you don't know what's going on at all.
You don't.
So I love
And that's
it.
how he writes, and every script is like that. And I just love that. I think
Yeah.
it's very good. It's a story. And another thing too is most movies don't have a real story really, and some clutter it with all this garbage that you just doesn't even relevant to the story. So it's really fun to see someone who creates the story in his mind, puts it on paper, creates the actors. The actors build themselves up on their own, and then to spit it out on the screen. It's like you're seeing
Spit it
what's
out.
going on in here.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a writer per se, but of course I've lived and married long enough to know that characters write themselves, and eventually you're not even like writing the lines anymore. He's just writing what they're saying. It's a very interesting thing to watch. But the story matters to me, and I don't think a good
story.
film will not do well if there's not a story. If you don't
It
have
has to have a story.
yeah, it has to have a good story.
The easiest way to look at that is the new Fast and the Furious is they're just action jumbled into action for no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's quite a bit. There's some of that happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Again, we watch other films, and we're so critical of ourselves too. It's almost like, this could, we also think we could do much better. Of course we could do better. Anything could be done better, right?
in
But
the
what we
next film,
have-
toast the sandwich.
It's actually pretty good.
Toast the sandwich.
Post the sandwich.
See?
We will.
And you know what? You can credit that to me when it hits off
we will.
big.
We will. How many sandwiches that?
So great. Sandwich. Oh my gosh, that was funny. Even the first scene, with the other sandwich.
I forgot about that sandwich. Did you see that sandwich? In the very
Which sandwich?
We don't have to talk about it, but the very part of this.
In the opening scene.
Yeah, that sandwich was made several times too.
That's true.
Just saying.
I don't even know what that sandwich was, and I was like, no.
I'm surprised you couldn't call that one.
What? That was actually probably better than the one at the diner.
Anyway, yeah, that's where the club sandwich found it.
Yeah.
For me, as you said, you'd say 3.5. I was gonna go with 3.
Okay,
Okay.
cool. Yeah, thank you.
As I said, I enjoyed the character arcs.
Thank you.
The script was good.
Thank you.
Hey.
Thank you.
The script wasn't good. The script was better than good.
Oh.
That's very sweet.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, that's sweet.
The camera work was brilliant, beautifully shot.
Oh, appreciate it.
Uh,
Here.
the score was very good as well.
Oh yes, we're very
Yes.
thankful to have Daniel Davies do our score, and the music that we put in with
Yeah.
in between was really, to me, perfectly placed and good. I'll get him.
Okay. Sorry.
I'll be right
I
back.
think, yeah, no worries.
I'm sorry.
As I said, I think I think it was misclassified more so for me. It was probably one of the reasons that it didn't hit home quite as much to get it maybe a bit higher.
I see. No,
But
no. Thank you.
I think the acting was very good in it as well.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that too. For your feedback. We're honored that you enjoyed it. We are.
I did. You know what I'll do is I'll get the rest of the lads to have a watch of it when they get a chance
Cool.
and see what they think, and I'll get back to you with it.
Yeah, I would love
I'm conscious of the time because obviously I know you have guests and stuff coming, so we might wrap it up, and maybe further down the line when we can actually do a proper show where we can actually break down the movie with you.
Oh yeah, I'd love to do that. Cool.
And then we might get both of you for the whole thing and see what you think of the take on that is.
Yeah, we'd be honored to do that too. Whenever you think that's appropriate, we can probably schedule something like that as well.
Well, we say maybe March or April time. Obviously, get people a chance to watch it and get it distributed out. Maybe.
I'm hoping
that
it will be in your country by then. I'm hoping, but
yeah.
We'll see.
Does he know about the?
Yeah, I explained about the change of the name and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh yeah. If you want to just let the people listening know so what they can look out for when it gets dropped over here as well.
Yeah, so the name will be of Roadkill will be called Remote Danger. That will be the international distribution name for it.
A language barrier thing, so they changed that. Yeah. Same movie, just different title.
Same movie.
So I'll make sure and put that in the thing as well, in the bio as well when we're putting this out, just to keep an eye out for it when it drops under a different name.
Yeah, cool. Okay.
Excellent.
But as it says, Stacie, I don't know if you heard that. I said to Warren, maybe when the movie's out over here, we'll have his back on and we can have a proper chat where we don't have to go spoiler free because it's a lot harder to.
Yeah, I understand.
To do.
Oh, yeah, I want to say a couple of things, but I'm realizing he's not ready for that yet. But that makes sense. Of course, that'd be great.
But as it says, I know I'm conscious of your time, obviously, because you just have stuff on as well, and it's mid-afternoon for yourselves. So, I think we will we'll finish it up there. Have you got anything else you'd like to add before we finish up?
We just want to thank you for having us on the show, and thankful for any of your viewers that want to see it. Again, my goal is just to make a film that people can enjoy, have fun watching it, and that's what we hope we accomplished it with Roadkill. We'll see what happens.
Yes. I did anyway.
Yeah, thank you. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. And as it says, I want to thank you for taking the time out of your afternoon and busy schedules to come on and have a chat about it. I know we organised this relatively quick snap in the space of 24 hours or so.
Sweet.
But as I said, it's very enjoyable, folks. If you're in the States listening to this, go and see it or check it out wherever you can. And anyone over this side, whenever it drops under Remote Danger, make sure and check it out. And we'll have a full episode breakdown some stage in the future.
Thank you. And right now you can find it on Amazon Prime and Vudu and Xfinity Cable and
we have some Facebook pages online and we have
Apple TV,
Instagram. You can find us everywhere
in the States and stuff right now. Mm-hmm. But it's growing, so we'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. As it says, very enjoyable film. It's one of the easier ones to watch as well, apart from the opening 5 minutes.
Great, that's good to hear. That's really good. Thank you.
But what we'll do, folks, is I'll leave this the way I finish out every single Friday night. In the words of the great George A. Romero, ladies and gentlemen, stay scared.
Woo!